Hello, you guys. Usually I don't film sit-down videos, but today I thought I would while also doing my laundry. Crazy, right? I actually watch a YouTuber do this a lot. She does like laundry sit-downs where she does her laundry and you can do your laundry, like folding laundry with her, or you can just sit there and watch whatever you want. I decided that I wanted to do that today, so alright, so here's my laundry basket. I'm sorry if the lighting is off. I'm not really sure what to do about it. This is my bedroom lighting. Bedroom lighting's never good. So here's my laundry. Ooh, that's a fan. We're gonna dump it out and just hope and pray that you can't hear the fan. Okay. Now that my fan's done, maybe we could get started folding some laundry. I'm sitting more at an angle. I know it's kind of weird, but I'm at like the edge of my bed, so it's a little bit less weird for me at least. I thought we would have a chat because a lot has happened and it's pretty wild. I don't know. Scary, wild. I don't know. So first off, I actually thought that we could talk about some of the plans for the future. I know that most of you probably know that Vlogmas is actually coming up pretty fast, and I did do Vlogmas last year. However, last year everything was at home learning, at home whatever. There was no work to be done. I didn't have a job. I didn't really go to school. School ended at like 1 because the learning really just stopped after that, right? So sadly I will not be doing Vlogmas this year, but I do plan on uploading hopefully on Sundays and Thursdays. Just getting a little extra video out during that time. I might do the last 2 weeks of Vlogmas, but it will definitely not be a full month of Vlogmas just because I do go to school. I don't have very many plans set on exactly what I'm doing for Vlogmas quite yet. Of course, I would love to do Vlogmas even though I barely did it the last year. I definitely took a lot of breaks. I would love to try to do it. I just don't have time with school. And while we're on the school subject, why don't we talk about college? So a while ago, I made this video. I don't actually know if I ever made a full video, but I talked about my plans at the start of the year. I was in the car. This time I'm in my room. Really weird that I didn't film in the car. But yeah, I told you guys these plans that I had to go to college, and since then those plans have fallen through. Yeah, college doesn't seem like I can be able to do it right now. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to be able to do college right now. I look really pale. But yeah, like, I don't think that I'd be able to do college right now. Just because, I don't know, but I thought that like student loans and student lines of credit and whatnot paid for it in full and then you paid it back. But apparently they don't. So I definitely don't have that much money to just be like, oh yeah, whatever. And I don't want to. So I don't know if I talked about this either. So I got into the school that I wanted to go to. I didn't apply at the other school where I currently am, right? My boyfriend also got into both of the schools that he applied for, which was here and in the other place. So you had to pay a fee to apply, which, like, okay, thought that was it. But then you had to pay a fee to secure your spot. And that was weird because that was like a fairly high fee. Like, personally, I feel like that was a fairly high fee, especially because there was no indication like if you get in you have to pay a seating fee or whatever, right? There wasn't any of that. So I didn't pay the fee. While I was waiting to get my paycheck for the fees that I could pay for college, I found out that student loans and student lines of credit and whatnot don't just pay for your school. So I thought that it worked like the bank pays for your school fully, you get scholarships and stuff during that time or whatever, and that you were trying to get paid off or whatever, and then you just had to pay back what you had left. But that's not how it works, apparently. From what I've seen is you mainly have to pay a lot of it yourself. Like, besides like the loans, you get scholarships and whatever you have, like grants and stuff that you can do, but it's not like this weird, I don't know. So that just seemed like off to me, that like you couldn't just have the bank pay for your schooling and then you pay it back in like 2 years, because that's totally how I thought it worked. And then like you got scholarships during or before your time in college, but that's not how it works. So you have to pay your tuition by a certain date, which I figured that's how it worked, and I don't know why I didn't think that that's how it worked. I don't know, but it just, yeah. So obviously me paying for everything myself, I couldn't do that, let alone a $300 seating fee just to save my spot, money that you don't get back. Like, the most that you'll get back is 50%, and that's if you don't go to college by a certain date. If you say that you can't go to college, then that's what you do, which is, I don't know, that just seems weird that you can't get your money back because it's just a spot holder. It's basically just saying, hey, look, I'm worth $300, here you go. I don't know, that's how I see it. So I am no longer going to college, at least for this year. I am hopefully only going to take a gap year, but knowing how life works out is just not going to work like that. Obviously, yes, I would prefer to just go straight to school and then that was it. But even if it was just like the fees that I had to pay for saving my spot and like the tuition fees, like just like for the textbooks and stuff that you need, I would barely be able to afford that right now. So it's not gonna work out because I'd have to still move out anyways. And yeah, so before I found like all that scholarship kind of stuff out, that's like you can't just go to school and like pay the bank off like 2 years later. Maybe that's just me being dumb, I don't know. Like, my family hasn't gone to college, so what would I know, right? But before that had a thing, I was actually planning on living in like a dorm apartment and then just putting all this beautiful stuff that you see right here in a storage room. But again, I'm not going to college, so that's not happening because holy cow, could never pay for any of that, at least right now. Like, I am 17 and I just don't feel like having to pay for grad stuff, and like I'm barely even doing that, honestly. Having to pay for grad stuff and having to pay for college stuff at the exact same time, it's like, where do you think this money came from? So my plan for right now is actually to move out as soon as I can, whether that be sometime through sometime through early April next year and live in the city for 1 more year and hopefully move to where my boyfriend's going to college. Or whether that be I move early July, late August-ish, kind of in like that like summertime area, I guess, to the college area that my boyfriend's going to. So those are kind of my plans right now, is to just move out, and then once I'm all settled, like get a full-time job obviously, and then move out. And once I am settled and like okay with like the move and everything, and my cat is okay. Sorry, I'm moving around a lot. I get like really anxious when I talk about this stuff because like in a way I feel like I'm failing. That's why I'm doing my laundry, is to try and help me with my moving, but I just kind of stopped doing my laundry. In a way I feel like I am failing, because even though for the longest time I never thought that I'd actually get to go to college, just the fact that I was almost there, almost got to go to college, was really like crazy for me, and then it just couldn't happen, and I feel like I'm failing in a way, if that makes any sense. Which like, I know that you can build your career up from just not going to college. It's just easier to go to college, and then like I actually get to learn what I'd like to learn before doing all that. But that's just not how it's working for me. I am hopefully only going to take a gap year, and then like once I am ready to, like from the move, I'm like all good, my house is all settled, I definitely like obviously feel like my job's a secure job, I am going to start an online course through Google. It's a lot cheaper than college, like it's literally $40 a month, and I'm just going to do a project management course to get my certificate for project management, and then hopefully get a little bit of a better job from there. And then if I find any more courses, like if Google updates their courses, I'll obviously take those, or if I find any cheap little certificates that I can easily get online without having to like worry about stuff like interfering with my job and like me not being able to pay like loans off or something like that. When I'm a little bit more like vulnerable, I'm going to just try and do little certificates and whatnot like that, and work my way up until I can go to college. Hopefully that is available for me. Hopefully I'll eventually be able to go to college, because I would really like to. I would really like to get a management certificate and stuff like that. Like I have a project management certificate. That would be pretty cool just to have that at least. Yeah, I kind of thought that I should update you guys on that, because as far as you guys knew, I was going to college and now I'm not. So just a big life update, little big life update, you know. But I am still planning on moving out, wherever I do end up moving out. I actually just bought a pots and pans set recently, which is pretty cool. But as I was looking, because there's a huge sale, right? As I was looking at the pots and pans, a lot of like the little pots and pans set only come with one pan, if that. A lot of them are just literally pot sets, which is crazy, because like pots and pans set, you know, I don't know, seemed a little bit weird to me, but yeah. So I am still slowly working my way up to adulthood. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to you guys about. I guess I am going to go and actually put my laundry away now that I'm done folding it all. So I guess I will see you in the next video. Bye!